First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The Dog Pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. 22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go from Cleveland. And here comes Diggs. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A first carry for Najee Harris. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, check Mike 50. 18, Pioneer. Check Mike 50. I got you.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now Rudolph on first down. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go,
On the give, this is Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They hand this off to Harris. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
That's going to be caught, and he'll be out of bounds.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Harris. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Three and a half to go, first quarter.
I got it. Real. Double tight. Even.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I heard all the stories. I watched some of the tape of the old school guys, the throwback guys who were the punishing runners and knocked people aside to pick up yardage. I'm so glad I was sitting here today and got to see it with my own eyes.
Alert! He's coming! Run!
First carry for Nick Chubb, and he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7 yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
Mike 5-5. I don't even know why this team showed up. Mike 55. Off. Pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Mayfield now. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Tried to drop it in there, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Sutton. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
After the interception, here's Rudolph. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's got some space here. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. A throw left side, caught by the tight end, Freiermuth. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year, with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep.
60 Bison. Trap alert.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at the Browns' 19-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Ready? Mike, he's coming. Check in. Here we go. Mike 28. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 18 Cardinal. Panther
11. Rudolph now to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
93's the mic. Quit talking about it and bring it. Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Hey, alert 33. Slam. Point it right.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They go play action. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Well, let's give some credit to the defense. They did a nice job there as they flushed him to his right. But he is able to buy some time, extend the play, and turn it into a short gain.
He's scared. Check, 55 to Mike.
On third down, Mayfield. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Boswell for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Steelers 14, Browns nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, pushes him over, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Hey, 50.
They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
And the Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And the Steelers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw, Rudolph. Ebron caught left side. Touchdown! Eric Ebron with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Peoples-Jones returning. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Back, back, back. Off. Run. Check.
To throw, Mayfield.
Let's go, D, let's go.
And his throw is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Check.
Mayfield. And Davis with it left side. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Here we go. Watch tight. Tight ends. Kings. Tight ends right. Hey, boys, we got 4 down. Check. 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Let's go, defense. Let's get out.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin Bush. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Play fake. Mayfield. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. A run with Harris out of the shotgun.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's Rudolph off play action. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Mike 28, Bandit, Bandit. Mike 28, Mike 28. You don't want it.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Browns drive about to get started. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. First down, Mayfield. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Kind of an odd schedule this year. These two teams getting their 2 games in very late in the season. Their first meeting just a few weeks ago, back in Week 15. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Peoples-Jones returning. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Double tight.
Mayfield off the play fake. His throw incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Chubb running right. A 4-yard pickup that gets them going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, and it's 4th down. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I'm trying to collect.
They'll run on first down. It's Harris, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
Panther 60.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And some space here. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Mike's 50. Get in the weight room.
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Peoples-Jones returning. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
6 guy, check 6 guy. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Run. Check 93.
Mayfield on play action. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Mayfield's throw complete there to Beckham. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Come on.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham, and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. On 1st down, it's Harris. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
1st down, Steelers.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Harris. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second down at 7.
Watch the slats.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down.
Check in. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. My 28.
Rudolph. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be fourth down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Got an open man, it's Schwartz. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Mayfield to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too.
He's checking Craig.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Play action. It's Rudolph. And he's got this down to the 35.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
They'll run on first down. It's Harris. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
91 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Here we go. Panther 60. Panther 60. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
This is Harris. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Najee Harris,
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
and the Steelers look like they're about to put an end to their two-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more.
38, Browns 7. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Throwing, Mayfield. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
T.J. Watt, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
The Browns on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be third and forever. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down. Open man here. Schwartz complete.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. On first down, Harris. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Brought down back at the 31-yard line.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a third and long. Now here's another carry for Harris. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down.
Come on, set! 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Let's get the ball.
And they take a knee. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed. It's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Watch the slant. Double tight, double tight. Double tight.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Pittsburgh,
it was too little, too late as they finish off the regular season with a mark of 7-10.
And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Cleveland,
and they'll limp to the finish line a bit with a final record of 5-12.
And with some high picks coming in this spring's draft, it's a team for whom a roster overhaul may be on the way.